576, man. We are live. I want to talk about what the title says. Is Anthony Joshua scared of Deontay Wilder? Scared to face Deontay Wilder? Scared to get it with Deontay Wilder? Boxing, history have, shown us, yes, some fighters can be, they can be hesitant to fight certain fighters. I wouldn't go as so far as say that they are scared physically. They can be scared of losing the fight and possibly losing their position that they have cultivated, and that can be a possibility because I I for years, but it took 3 years after the fact for me to say that Mayweather was scared of losing to Manny Pacquiao. That's why he didn't fight Manny Pacquiao when Manny Pacquiao, after he beat Oscar De La Hoya, after he moved up to welterweight and beat Oscar De La Hoya, jumped up two-weight classes, and after he beat Cotto, Mayweather wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao at that time. So yes, I was saying Floyd was scared of losing to Manny Pacquiao. Physically, with the man, I don't think he was scared physically to get in the ring with the man. I just thought he was scared that he would lose the fight, that he would possibly lose the fight, have a great chance of losing the fight at that time. And it took 7 years from when they I thought the fight should have been made as a end until they actually got in the ring and fought. So that was to the extreme. So I had reason to believe that Floyd Mayweather was scared to fight Manny Pacquiao at one time. They did, and Mayweather ended up winning the fight. And all credit goes to Mayweather for winning the fight. But I Joshua, Tay Wilder. Well, see, this is the narrative that I like Anthony Joshua. I like Deontay Wilder. I'm picking Deontay Wilder to win the fight. I did have Anthony Joshua winning the fight, but I've seen Anthony Joshua lose steam, lose stamina, and I don't think you can lose steam and lose stamina versus Wilder. And I don't think you can get away with that too much longer and expect to not for that not to come back to haunt you. So that's why I'm picking Wilder. If Joshua showed me over the next couple of fights before he fight Wilder that his stamina, that he got control of his stamina, I will go back with Joshua for this reason. The reason why I was going with Joshua anyway, because I think Joshua technically throws his punches in straighter lines, and he have a array of punches, and he has just as much power as Wilder. He may have concussive power like Wilder, but he has power enough to put Wilder down. And when you're talking about heavyweights, these guys have enough power to put guys down, to put each other down. You know what I'm saying? So we seen Wilder been down before in his career. Joshua obviously been down before against Klitschko. So we seen both of the guys down. We seen Joshua get hurt without going down versus Dillian White. And Wilder get hurt versus Ortiz, and he didn't go down. He weathered the storm. So both of these guys can be hurt. So what you have to do, you have to nitpick which of these guys can get their punch there, and get it there, and on a constant basis. But I cannot trust AJ's at this time. I can't trust his stamina. His stamina is a red caution, is a big caution flag for me, a yellow caution flag for me. I can't. He has to either he to me he needs to cut some weight. He needs to come in. He needs to fight at 230, not 250, 230, maybe 235. But 250 is too much weight, too much muscle mass to carry. But let's get back to the title. Is Anthony Joshua scared of Wilder? I do not think he's scared of Wilder. What Anthony Joshua has shown me in his career, I'm going back, I'm looking at his career. I seen these fights that he fought in, but I wanted to get the dates right. And what it shows me, he has a pattern of fighting when he fought for his first time. When he fought for his first title against Charles Martin for the IBF in 2016, he beat Charles Martin, knocked Charles Martin out. Charles Martin was on the interview saying he walked the earth like a king. And I remember people saying he gonna beat Anthony Joshua, and what Anthony Joshua do? Knock him out. I seen Dillian White tell Anthony Joshua in the interview, "You scared of me? You scared of me?" And what he do? He knocked Dillian White out. And after the Charles Martin fight, after he knocked Charles Martin out, he had 2 title defenses. Then he fought Klitschko. He fought Klitschko for the vacant the WBA title and the IBO title or something like that. But he fought him for the vacant title in 2017. So this was a year after he beat Charles Martin. He knocked out Klitschko. It was a great fight. Klitschko had him down. He was looking tired in the fight, and that's when I started noticing him having stamina problems versus Klitschko, and he almost lost that fight. But he weathered the storm. He showed a heart of a lion, and he was willing to fight Klitschko again in a rematch. Klitschko decided to retire. Now you gonna tell me a man that is scared to fight another heavyweight? When he was gonna give Klitschko a rematch, Klitschko had him down, had him hurt, had him possibly beat, and he was about ready to get back in the ring with Klitschko, ready and willing. He had one title defense after Klitschko. Now he's fighting Joseph Parker in 2018. So as you can see, his history shows that every year he wins a title since 2016, since he captured these going at the titles. So, and I know people are saying right now that he's scared of Wilder. See, you have to be careful when you keep saying the fighter is scared of another fighter, because the substance of you saying a guy, that's not the substance. When you say a fighter is scared of another fighter, that's not the substance. That's just narrative, just talk. Because when they get in the ring, we're gonna find out the substance. We're gonna find out who's scared of. But I mean, if he get in the ring with Wilder, the whole notion that he's scared of Wilder goes out the window, because you're not gonna get in the ring and fight a guy that you could be nervous about fighting a guy. You can look, for you to have nerves, that's human nature. You can be nervous to face a guy. Of course, he's gonna be nervous to face Wilder. I'm gonna bet you that Wilder's gonna be nervous to fight him, because these two guys know they are possibly the two guys at the top of the mountain. We know Wilder is up there. We know Joshua is up there. Now, can Joshua stay up there after he fight Parker? Parker is a walk in the park. I think he can beat I think he should beat Parker, but I don't think, by no means, I don't think that's a walk in the park. But just like I didn't think Ortiz would be a walk in the park for Wilder. But can he stay at the top of the mountain and these guys finally meet? These two guys know that they are very dangerous for each. And then you have people that show outright that they are not, that they they're more laid back, they're more smooth. I look at Joshua in a laid back guy. Now he can have quiet confidence. It's a such thing as quiet confidence. Like, everybody don't have to be voiceful or talk. That's not the you talking is not the substance. You actually putting what you say out of your mouth into motion. That's the substance. So Joshua don't have to come out and say he's gonna beat Wilder to death and all this stuff for me to get for me to believe that Joshua can win the fight. Now, like I said, in this fight right here has really only been, really juicing up for about a year. So these guys are, it's too early to say somebody is scared of somebody when this fight really, over the last year, maybe year and a half, that's been, the groundswell has been swelling up for these guys to fight each other. Really, after Joshua beat and knocked out Klitschko is when it really, really started. That's when it really, really started. And he beat Klitschko in 2017. So Joshua is not scared of Wilder. I don't think for 1 second he's scared of Wilder. I know people want to run with the narrative because it sounds good. It sounds good to say this man is scared. I don't believe he's scared personally. He has not shown me he's scared. To me, he's collecting titles. He's been collecting titles since he fought Martin. Now, after he collects Joseph Parker title, the next title is Wilder. Now, he has to fight Wilder. Now, when he fights Wilder, I don't know. Maybe his history shows that he takes fights in between before he fight for another title. So by his history, he may fight two fighters before he fight Wilder, because that's what his history is showing. If you go back and you look on BoxRec, that's what this man's history is shown. They have a plan. They may have a plan that we win a title, we have a couple title defenses, then we go after another title. So he will have 3 titles after if he's successful in beating Joseph Parker. You know what I'm saying? And Wilder will be the next guy in line to be able to for Joshua to fight. Now, to me, it shouldn't take 2-3 years for him to fight Wilder. Within the next year or so, I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna call a man a ducker, you know what I'm saying? How can you call a man a ducker and call a man scared? And what he's doing, he's collecting these belts. You know what I'm saying? He to me, since 2016, he's been collecting belts. Wilder been doing his thing. Wilder been knocking guys out. Like I said, Wilder he wears his confidence on his sleeves, and some people have quiet confidence. Some people like to talk about how great they are and they gonna do this and they gonna do that, like Ali. And you got other people like Joe Frazier. He didn't do any talking. Ali did all the talking for the first fight. What did Frazier do? He beat Ali. So when you say the guy that's doing all the talking is the guy that's not scared, and that's the guy that you feel gonna win the fight, but the guy that's not talking, you feel like he's scared, that doesn't pan out, man. It doesn't work like that. Because I've seen situations to where people do a lot of talking, and then when the fight happened, they lose the fight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's other ways around. You know what I'm saying? Some people can do talking and they can go out there and win. Ali did a lot of talking. He won some, he lost some, but he won more than he lost. But what I'm saying is this: just because a guy is not flamboyant all in somebody's face and saying he gonna do this and gonna do that, does not mean that he's scared. We seen the Ray Leonard situation with Marvin Hagler. People thought Sugar Ray Leonard was scared because what he do? He brought Hagler to this little get together that he had, and he retired and told Hagler the fight would never happen. I'm pretty sure the media was calling him a ducker. I'm pretty sure the media was saying that he was scared. When they got in the ring, he won the fight. When the Thomas Hearns fight came up, when Thomas Hearns was out there knocking everybody out, Sugar Ray Leonard, they was telling Sugar Ray Leonard in interviews that you're scared of this man, and Sugar Ray Leonard said, I'm not afraid of no man. And you know, Thomas Hearns was out there, Bob Arum was out there saying that how Thomas Hearns is going to destroy Ray Leonard. When they got in the ring, Ray Leonard stopped him. So, look, just because somebody wears their confidence on their sleeves doesn't always mean that they're going to be the one that's going to be successful in the fight. So, I know people want to run with the narrative that Joshua is scared. Joshua is not scared of Wilder, man. Just stop it. And it's some people that's avid boxing fans on YouTube, and they running with this narrative that this man is absolutely scared of Wilder. Now, is he leery of Wilder? Do he think Wilder has a chance to beat him? I'm pretty sure he believes that Wilder is a tough fight for him. And I believe that Wilder thinks that Joshua is a tough fight for him as well. It's just Wilder just exudes more confidence in himself that he's going to win the fight. Doesn't mean when they get in the ring, look, they get in the ring and Joshua end up beating Wilder and stopping Wilder, and then everybody gonna get online and say, well, I thought Joshua could win. You know, no, man, look. Right now, you saying the man is scared, you saying the man is a pussy, you saying the man don't want no parts of Wilder. To me, that's just, it's like, man, look, that's unbecoming of a person, especially the people that have been watching boxing for a while. And we know when the fight is over promoted, and we know when the fight, when fighters are trying to build the fight up. Now, to me, this looks like they're trying to build this fight up. It doesn't look like it's over promoted. It doesn't look like it's overdue. It's not, to me, it doesn't look like it's overdue. Because, like I said, it's been like about a year since the groundswell has been up for this fight. It took Sugar Ray Leonard and Hearns a couple years before they fought. To me, 2 years and guys coming up, and they're having opponents and they beating the guys alike opponents and stuff like that, and they come out and they finally meet. 2 years is not a long time. De La Hoya and Trinidad, they had a long, history. of building up the fight. I think a couple years, and that fight ended up happening in '99. So uh, I don't like I said, I don't believe this fight. I don't believe Joshua is scared of Wilder. I don't believe Wilder is scared of Joshua. The fight is going to happen. I believe the fight is going to happen within the next year or so. But like I said, Joshua history shows me that he wins a title. He has a couple title defenses. And then he goes after another title the next year. So, like I said, if he wins this title in 2018 versus Parker, it looks like he's gonna have a couple title defenses, and then 2019 he's gonna fight Wilder. I believe the fight is gonna happen in 2019. That's what I believe. I truly believe the fight will happen in 2019. This is Boxing Talk 8576. I'm out.